I wait. I'll be talking like this. My name is Yatsa. I'll be talking like this to you when I am talking to you on the phone. Please don't laugh. But I've got to do it this way. Okay, that's the way I'm going to be talking to you. My name is Yatsa. Don't just. So anyway, that's how it's going to be talked. My name is Yatsa. You need to call me back. Well, can't call me back. So I will call you back.
George, what's up?
I don't know who you. This is Chris.
This is Chris. Hi.
This is Yatsa. How you doing?
Yasar, how are you, buddy?
All right. All right. You know why I'm talking like this, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, so let's get down to business, George. I,
Yatsa.
Yasar, I'm sorry. I don't know how to say this, but I got suspended from my job.
What?
Yeah, all day yesterday and Thursday, I had a meeting with my boss, his boss, an HR rep, a security investigator from our internal department, and a liaison from the Justice Department. We do stuff, and literally we sat in their meeting in the one boardroom a day and a half, listening to all the calls. Somebody sent a fucking unmarked envelope with a black handprint saying "We know," and all it was a flash drive with every single call we had, George, totally unedited.
Well, get your attorney involved in this shit.
He
Got
is
your attorney
he
involved.
well he is
And
George, and here's I mean, they would listen to everything. So here's where it gets a little concerning for all parties. They are going to probably open up an investigation into probably me and you for sure, and most likely Kristen and Mr. X might be possibly involved as well.
I didn't look.
Here's the
Look.
George. You gotta let me explain myself. What happened was when you were what the attorney from the Justice Department said was as soon as you said you'd pay Mr. X and me for services, that brings you into the conspiracy. It becomes a financial conspiracy. So there's RICO charges and other things that could be coming. Um,
No, I am being attacked by these fuckers. I would pay because I'm being attacked by these fuckers constantly.
George, I know
So I
that.
am in desperate
That's
mode.
not that's the problem isn't that's not going to fly with a RICO charge.
Well, I'm not. Look, whatever. They can do whatever they try. Listen. I've got a stack of evidence, yay big.
Well, George, here's
Of
the problem. I know your defense is going. I mean, and I'm not an attorney, and I agree, and I don't. I mean, we're on the same team, George. The problem is, I'm sorry, Yasser. I keep fucking up. I apologize, buddy.
whatever. Right now, I'm not even in. I'm just
Yeah.
angry right.
Here's what I mean. They're not. I mean, they're not going to care about our fight against Marty because I mean, I intruded on I hacked into, I mean, I basically went into Facebook and pulled IP addresses. So no matter what we're doing, our intent is good, but they don't really care about why we're doing it. You
Well,
can't,
I look. Okay, whatever,
and it,
Dick. But I'm not. I am in a desperate mode right now.
yeah.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything criminal whatsoever.
Well, I mean, that's not for me and you to fight. I mean, we're gonna have, I mean, if we have to go to, I mean, their indictment might come down in a couple of weeks. They're probably gonna take it to a grand jury and show all the evidence to the grand jury, and if they have enough evidence, they can indict us. And Kristen and Mr.
And
X, yes, Kristen
well,
and
not indict me because I didn't do anything criminal. You came to me. I'm sorry.
George, I'm not saying you're arguing, George. I don't want any of us to get in trouble, but they kept saying the attorney kept saying because there was because of offering of finance of money of a transfer of money.
But money never
It's the
got.
offer. It's the offer is all it needs to be a conspiracy. That's all you need to get a conspiracy charge.
No conspiracy. Okay. Well, all right. Look. All
And
right.
then
Well,
what's
then
and then the other concern is that Facebook is going to have to be contacted. I mean, this is where it keeps going. This is where it keeps opening up, George. This is where it gets really scary. They're going to have to contact Facebook and let them know of the intrusion. So everybody who knows about that is aware of what's going on. could possibly face
Yeah, but
civil
I've got
charges.
enough evidence to know. I've got enough evidence to show everybody. I've got enough evidence to show everybody what's going on with me.
Well, that's what the trial's for, George. That's what a trial is for. And then here's where you're kind of in a trouble. This is the problem with a lot of the DOJ guy said. Probably the problem is that some of the stuff, some of your statements about Mitchell and Henry Summers using a strong racial slur and some of the homophobic stuff, he's got to refer that to the Department of Justice's Division of Human Rights.
It was a private phone call. It was a private fucking phone call.
I don't know. And then George, this is the last one you probably want to hear. They were talking about some of the sexual allegations, and because of the Me Too movement, he now guess
what? They can. That's a bunch of shit. Okay, tell them. Okay.
Well, George, he's got to refer. He said he has to, under obligation now, he has to refer that to a local.
This is a bunch of hogwash. This is a bunch of horse shit. That's a bunch of horse shit. That's a private conversation. I'd like them to try something with me. I'll show them. Okay, I'm gonna have to get an attorney. This is bullshit. All right, let's get off this.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll George, we got. All right. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is, I got some info though about this guy Troy Kimball. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been posting all of your comments, feeding you bullshit. He posts on one of their private channels, and everything he's been saying to you is bullshit. He made up some story about.
I've been feeding him shit too. I know he's not.
He's coming up with some lie about someone named David Williams or some shit, trying to get you off the case. And then I saw a line about him saying that Marty's not in South Africa. So
I'm not worried about him. He's a bunch of shit. He's a bunch of shit.
Yeah, no, he's playing both. He's trying to join the inner circle, George. That's what he's doing. He wants to get information to join because he's not inner circle.
I'm sure of it. No, I just give him just little bits of, just to play with his head.
Yeah. So all the stuff he's been saying. I mean, I got all the screenshots. He posted it all. So he's trying to suck up to the leadership over there. So.
They're gonna do something about recorded conversations. Good luck with that. They're gonna pry into recorded conversations, which is highly illegal. I don't give a damn.
George,
it's probably illegal because you weren't made aware of it, and I wasn't made aware of it.
Well, the problem is, George, it's not. I mean, we have to figure out who actually recorded our calls. It's not the government.
There's no covert operation going on here.
Well, it's either McFly or the fucking Brotherhood. It's one or the other that recorded all the stuff and sent it to him. They showed me the envelope.
I don't believe in the only Jimmy brother I know is Michael McDonald.
I don't know who that is. So but I mean,
Tom Jones.
I'm just saying, George.
Hold on a second. I need you to hold on because I'm walking to a restaurant. Hold on. I'm a little bit. Just hold on because this is impeding in my livelihood right now. Hold on. Hey, how you doing? Good. We got Tavern Special we picked up.
DoorDash?
Yeah.
1169.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Just hold on a second.
Yeah.
All right.
You have a nice afternoon.
You too.
Thank you.
I'm just going to right here. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So that listen. They have done. This Marty character has done criminal stuff Now, he's done tons and tons of criminal stuff. Okay? That is, you know, you and I are arguing the point about, you know, it not being illegal.
Well,
I'm saying it is illegal.
All right. The government, in their eyes, the evidence is legal. It'll pass the I forgot what the name of the rule was. There's laws of evidentiary rules. It'll pass the Fourth Amendment, so it'll be admissible in court. Now we got to figure out how they got it, though, George. That's where we have to figure it out.
Well, like I said, it's illegal to do that as far as I'm concerned, and especially if you didn't record it, like you say you didn't record it.
I didn't.
Then it's
Why would I
record?
Yeah.
I don't know at this point. I don't know anything at this point. All I know is that my paranoia is very heightened right now. I am very fucking ripped up right now.
Yeah.
Okay? I am the victim. You were the victim, but I am the current victim right now. So.
Yeah.
Where I'm at with this right now, I know what Kimball's doing. That's why I'm trying, because you know I know what Kimball's doing.
He's trying to join. He's trying to join Inner Circle. He really wants it. He wants.
I know what he's doing.
Status.
Okay.
He wants Inner Circle.
I know what he's doing. Okay. So what is? Look, Anyway, whatever. It's all speculation on their part. It's all speculation. They can sit there and say whatever.
We're gonna have to figure this out, George. We're gonna have to fight this. Facebook might get involved, and a lot of other highly powerful entities might get involved.
Facebook get involved in it. What did Facebook? What do you mean Facebook?
Well, they've got to report to it. Basically, since there was an intrusion using my company's software, my company by law or by maybe not law, but just by procedure has to alert them of what happened. So they'll probably conduct their own investigation. They got trillions of dollars sitting around, George. They can. They got to protect.
Well, they should have removed that site. They should remove that fucking that site that's been requested.
George? What do you think is more important to them? Their cybersecurity or content?
Again, I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but you know, you've been contacting me months and months, and I finally listened to what you had to say. And yes, I thought you were doing God's work. I thought you were doing God's work there and trying to get these people, because can't do nothing. What they're doing, they can't do anything and do nothing. So now, where I'm getting right now, okay, so this, and look, from this point on, I need to know the identity of this fucker.
Well, I got some info for you. I got some real big info for you. I got two other big things I want to talk about. First, George, the gay men that have been showing up. Has that been going on still?
I had one person this morning that I chased off the property. That was it.
Okay. Well, I know what they're doing. Well, first I'll tell you what happened to me. I remember I said I had something really bad happen to me.
What happened to you?
Do you know what ABs are?
I have no idea.
An AB, an adult baby.
I have no idea.
Basically, those sons of bitches sent a fucking adult man dressed in a fucking baby outfit. Would not speak English. He just kept saying, talking in baby talk. And then he winks at me and shows me on his phone saying, "I want you to be my daddy." So I had to literally he would not speak to me. I kept telling him, get away from me, because he was in character the whole time. So I basically had to get my neighbor to come over and tell him to leave.
This is like fucking stuff that you would see on fucking Law and Order.
Yeah.
Or fucking stuff that you probably see on fucking Law and Order, or on the freak version.
Even SVU, yeah, Special Victims Unit. He would not even, because I talked to somebody about this the next day, and it's like they almost play like these baby fantasies where they don't even they think it's all an act. They thought I was in on the act. They thought it was an act, me being so defiant and pretending that I don't want them, So he kept coming in, he kept trying to get in the door. He had a fucking diaper on the whole time. He had a fucking diaper and a rattle. Could you imagine that, George?
It sounds like a bad SNL skit, actually.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bad.
But they're called ABs. So I know what they're doing now, though, George. I know how they're getting people. And I spent a lot of time, and you probably won't like the answer to this. They're making lots of profiles on gay dating sites like gaydar.com, gay.com. There's like there's you can do male for male on Plenty of Fish and OkCupid, and they're making about a dozen or so different profiles for me, and I'm sure the same with you. So I had to literally spend all day the other day, like it was Wednesday, searching through gay profiles to flag them. So that's the only way it's going to stop is that you've got to go through these sites and actually find your profile and your picture. And it's tough.
God
You got
damn it,
to.
I don't have the fucking A, man. I don't have the time to do all this shit.
Yeah, because they're going to keep. It's going to keep going, George. And tonight's probably the first Saturday night, so they're going to be real active tonight. Are you going to be home tonight, or are you going to be working?
I'm working until about midnight.
Yeah, and then yeah. So whoever, I mean,
And I will go get a taser, and I make sure that these people know what I'm talking
George,
about.
you got to take the sites out. You got to take the profiles down. That's the problem. It's going to keep going on forever because as long as these profiles are up, they're just going to keep messaging every single guy saying, "Hey, come over to my apartment or my house. Come on, hook up," and they'll just keep showing up at all hours of the day.
Look, we got them on breaking in and recording the conversation. I know you don't think so. We've got them foremost on breaking in and recording the conversation.
But that could be somebody else, George. Let's say this is Marty doing the. I mean, it could be somebody else. It could be one of the trolls doing the gay stuff.
I know it's Marty. I don't have to think. I know it's Marty. I don't believe in the brotherhood shit. That's like Santa Claus.
All right, so let's not talk about the brotherhood at the moment. But let's just. I mean, he's got other guys working with him. I mean, who's running these gay sites? He doesn't have all that time to be on gay.com. I mean, maybe he is in real life, but
look, I live in a quiet neighborhood. Very sequel, very genteel, very quiet neighborhood with older people. Okay?
Yeah.
So, such shit like that, I've got a big sign that says no trespassing.
Yeah. But they don't know that, George. They don't realize, George. And I know you don't want to hear. This is where they'll get. This is not where the guy will get in trouble or you'll get in trouble, but this is where the trolls are liable because they're inviting these men under a false pretense. You know what I mean? Like they think that you're the actual. They think whoever they're talking to on these gay sites is the real guy who owns the house. So they're coming.
What I need to do is go open up the defamation, do a demand for Judge Gibney to open up the damn defamation and say, this is the proof. Reopen the defamation under Will Markland owning Will Markland title.
But do we know Markland is Markland the one on the gay sites? We don't know that, George.
Will Markland hosts that channel, and they put up stuff on that channel. I need to see a link saying his name is the moderator, that I've got his ass.
Yeah.
Because I can open up another fake account and get his link and show it to the judge that he is responsible for this.
But you got to stop these guys from showing up, George. You literally have to go on those profiles and find pictures of you or ones associated with you, and then click flag as spam, and then they get shut down instantly. Like, I mean, it took me, George, once I found them, the profiles were done within 5 minutes because there's a lot of fraud and a lot of other stuff. But
this is identity theft. This is identity theft, is what it is.
Yeah.
They told me grinders. What it is Grinders.
I've never heard of that. What's Grinders?
Well, that's what they're doing. That's what one of the guys told me. He said, I found you on Grinders.
Really?
I said, it's my picture. He said, it's not your picture. He said, I said, well, look. I said, listen, you obviously get it.
Who was the picture of?
You know, I don't. It was a chat conversation.
Yeah. Oh, I know what Grindr is. That's the one that's like it's a hookup app. It's not. It's like Tinder for gay guys.
I don't. It just
So then you have to go on. Then you'll just have to join Grindr and then just
I don't
find
have
yourself.
the time or the energy to deal with this shit. Now so we know that Marty is doing this shit.
Yeah. Well, we hope. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the next thing we got?
Well, I know where he's going to be this week. I got his hotel. He's meeting Markland at the Universal Sheridan Hotel in Universal, California.
Well, I can't. Well, I mean, I can't just book up and fly down there. I mean, I don't have. I'm working. I mean, I've got.
Yeah.
You know.
He's flying into Dallas first. He's doing some business there, and then he's flying over to to meet Markland at the Universal Sheridan Hotel. That's the name of it. Stay
How do you
there.
know this?
We did one more IRC chat on Wednesday, and that was some of the stuff they were doing before all the shit went down with me. And then he's flying back, and we believe he might be meeting that Jeremy Warren or whatever.
Yeah, Jeremy's in North Carolina, which is near me. Jeremy's, is in North Carolina.
So he could be stopping by. I mean, George, I mean, who knows? Marty might be that bold, man. He might actually fucking go to Richmond on the way back because there's probably.
Well, I'd love for him to meet me face to face.
Yeah.
I might not know what he looks like, but I would love for that son of a bitch to meet me face to face, and then I will kill him. I will fucking kill that son of a bitch with my bare hands. I won't need a weapon. I'll use my bare hands.
If he's ex-military, I mean, it's gonna be a tough battle.
I don't give a damn what he's got. I took martial arts and kung fu. I know the pressure points. I know I can put him asleep.
Yeah.
I'll put him asleep.
Yeah, so he's coming to the United States. I mean, George, I mean, I wish we knew. I mean, I don't know how we could ground his passport. You know, there's ways to ground passports, but you'd have to get some sort of court order.
I don't know neither at this point. Damn it, I'm the victim. I am the freaking victim here. And it's gone from civil to criminal. This has been, in a matter of weeks, has become civil to criminal. Yeah. Would you agree?
It's George, it's beyond criminal. I mean, the problem is, George, my means were never legal. I mean, I told you that.
I don't know what to tell you about how.
I mean, I don't have a job, George. I'm not getting paid right now. You know, like that's like.
I understand.
I mean,
get a severance package. Get them to give you.
George,
something.
they don't sever a package when you're terminated. They do a severance package when your job is downsized. They don't.
You have a lot of acumen, a lot of whatever you have.
What am I going to say to my next employer? I mean, I still got at least I still got to interview, apply. I mean, it still could take a month before I start getting my first paycheck. I mean, it's not easy, George. I had a really great thing going.
I understand, man, and I'm not. Look, this is just a whirlwind of shit that's happening. Just a whirlwind. Not knowing which way is up.
And your investigators
I'm to a point where, what's this fucker's name?
Martin with an A, with two A's?
I thought it was two E's.
That was I just had it. What is his real name? It's like Saint Martin, like the island.
Saint Martin.
Yeah, it's a Dutch Antilles. Wow, God, what is it? It's one of the islands in the Caribbean, Dutch Caribbean. Saint Martin. Yeah.
Martin, Saint Martin.
Well, it's a vacation spot. It's in the Caribbean. I think it's a Dutch territory because he's Dutch, which makes Maarten. So he's Dutch Afrikaner.
M-A-A?
Yeah.
Double A?
Yeah, two A's, like Arn Anderson. Double A, Arn Anderson, R-T-E-N.
I thought it was two E's.
No.
Okay. Mark, but is it pronounced Martin?
Yeah.
Martin?
Yeah. I mean, obviously with a Dutch accent, it's probably gonna sound differently, but it's like the equivalent of like Miguel and Michael, in Spanish, or.
And what's the last name?
Juan and John. I don't know that. I know they, and that's. So I mean, we have an internet provider. We know where he lives. We know what country he's from. We know he's coming to the United States. We know he's.
Well, I thought you had a last name too.
I've been fighting that. We can't run that fucking search on him yet. We need his IP address because here's what the other thing too, George, with these guys. I looked up some of the information on South African internet law. They have less privacy right issues than we do with obtaining information because they actually have what's called like hate crime laws. Like we don't have hate speech in our country. Hate speech is not in the United States. Canada, yes. Western Europe, South Africa, it's there. So they're far more willing to sever people's internet providers. So if you were to get some information on his IP address, you could.
Well, then, is it Nigeria? Where?
No, South
where
Africa.
Exactly?
It's a country, George. South Africa. It's a large country. Nelson Mandela, right? Did you know? Remember him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Remember how he was in jail for about whatever he was, and he was dealing with apartheid. Well, the apartheid was caused by the Dutch, the white Dutch minority, which was controlling the rest of the country, which was a predominantly black country. Martin is of that descent. Basically, like you know how like the Europeans came to America and settled, the same thing in South Africa. So there's a lot of Dutch, like Elon Musk is one of them, and a few other people. The guy that
Well, how the fuck did this?
Oscar.
So this guy has been lurking at my stuff for, been quiet in the background for a long time.
Yeah, he might have been making videos. He might have just been
He's
commenting.
been quiet in the background for a
And then
long
he just
time.
got bold. Maybe he figured he wanted to be the hero. So I think with some of their laws, I think if you can show their internet provider that this guy is abusing speech and other things, they'll sever his internet connection. He'll lose his internet.
So where?
In
How?
Africa.
How?
Because his internet provider will shut off his service. It's like
Yeah, but we don't know where in Africa. South Africa. I mean, but where in South Africa? I mean,
well, it's one of three countries. They have three. It's either Johannesburg, Pretoria, and I forgot the other country. Maybe Cape Town. One of those three cities he lives in. And we got his internet provider, that Hertzden or whatever it's called. So
Hertzing.
yeah, Hertzing. So if we can get enough evidence to show that there's illicit activity coming off of an IP address owned by Hertzden, you can contact them, and maybe they'll shut off his internet. So at least he won't be able to.
I don't even know where to begin. What I mean to call the South, call the. I mean, I can get my guy from Kenya to help me. I don't know.
Well, Kenya's not that far from. I mean, closer to South Africa than.
The paralegal from Kenya might be able to help me. I don't know. Yeah. He's still working.
Yeah.
He told me that what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah. I mean, I would hope this paper on where I could trust him.
Yeah. It's intense, man. Like and this guy is bold, man. You know who he is, and he's getting bolder and bolder. He's using that BitChute. He's posting our calls. Is
there a DMCA on that thing?
Nope. They use BitTorrent technology, George.
So wait. So there's no DMCA process where they can knock that stuff down?
Because they use a peer-to-peer connection. They don't use like a centralized hub like YouTube. YouTube is basically, imagine YouTube is more like Napster, and BitChute is more like a BitTorrent style, like the Pirate Bay.
Okay, so let me ask you. So in reverse, the Dolly Parton I use my intros and whatnot, the different songs that I use as my intros and whatnot. In retrospect, then I could put my stuff on that site, And they.
Yeah. So you can put all your Gorgeous George stuff up there without having to worry about those assholes DMCAing it.
Right. Well, I understand, and I could put that one with that fucker Warren's face.
Yeah.
That son of a.
Yeah, everything's peer-to-peer. Everything, it's a very different technology. Basically, what's really happened is because of YouTube being very, very left-leaning, and a lot of their head people running the company, a lot of right-wing conservatives have really moved to that because a lot of their channels were being shut down because of hate speech. What accused of hate speech depends on what side of the aisle you fall on, but YouTube leans socially to the left, so a lot more right-wing people have moved to BitChute.
Look, but the political structure, whether it be Democrat, Republican, the bottom line is, with your Democrat, Republican, no matter what you are, this is, yeah, I know, the millennials. That's why I'm slowly but surely disgusted with the damn Democrat Party.
Yeah,
right now.
But again, that's
not the liberals, but these damn millennials.
Yeah, but that's what I'm getting at. I mean, that's.
I wanted Hillary, and they're all about Bernie Sanders. Well, Hillary was more qualified to be the president, not Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, well.
So it's just.
But what I'm getting at, George, is that BitChute is they don't put up with the nonsense that YouTube does. YouTube will, people flagging videos. You can't.
But if it's in the core of fucking with someone's livelihood, I mean, what the fuck?
It's peer-to-peer, George. Because the videos are not being shared. They're not uploaded to YouTube. They're it's like BitTorrent. It's basically the same. It's why I call it BitChute. It's based on the same technology as BitTorrent, and BitTorrent can't get shut down. BitTorrent's where all the piracy's on there. The Pirate Bay. You ever heard of the Pirate Bay?
Well, it's like the Internet Archives thing too, right?
No, but it's like a peer-to-peer share.
Right. But there's a thing called Internet Archives. Is that a
Oh
site
yeah, that's a site. Yeah, we're old sites that are it's Wayback Machine and something else. Yeah.
So what they do, they do that. So then it's like it's the image and an.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, you got it, George. I mean, again, if the best way to fight these guys isn't, they're just going to find new ways to put stuff up. So the best way to fight them is to give them what they don't want. Make them feel like shit. Make them, retaliate verbally. Then, I mean, because they'll just find a new source to make their videos. They'll just go from one site to another to another to another.
I'm not worried about the Chinese ones and the Chinese ones because the signal's bad. The videos are bad.
Yeah.
You can't even make out.
Yeah, Marty. I mean, Marty made a brand new. I mean, Marty made up a brand new BitChute channel just earlier today. Of all your videos of all the Gorgeous George Sucks movies, all 4 of them, including the extended one. All your tirade videos. One that I'm looking at, one called discussing your website. There's
That's all from
yes.
all from Brennan. Yeah.
Yeah, then there's like one called live review of George's website, and then there's one discussing your bankruptcy. So all the videos that that you didn't want up, that you helped take down or tried to, are going to be on this site now. So
This is terrorist. I mean, I don't care what you say. This is terroristic. This is going against everything.
yeah.
This is going against everything. So it's okay. So the criminals can play. The criminals can play.
George,
They can.
In the eyes of the government, what we did was far more criminal than what they're doing. You know that, right?
What they're doing is terroristic, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
It's terroristic trying to bully someone, to fuck with someone's livelihood, to fuck with someone's reputation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, George. I agree with what they're doing.
You've been there.
Yeah, but the problem is, George, if you were to tell any member of law enforcement what we're doing and what they're doing,
What you keep saying what we're doing. I'm trying to look what we're look. And again, I understand the preface and what the intentions that you had, but what we're doing, what was done was trying to find a way to contend with this.
But we had to drop to their levels, George. You've been fighting.
John was trying to find a way to contend with this shit that's going on, that continues to go on, continues to fester. Hold on a second. I'm making the delivery here. God damn it. Hold on. Fuck, I gotta call these people. Hold on a second. All right, I'm gonna have to call you back. I'll call you back in about 2 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Hello? Yo, G. George?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, what's up, man?
All right, look, I'm just I'm taken back by it. Okay, so all we have, or all there is. God damn it! Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, so all there is all it's the first name and 3 countries in South Africa.
Cities.
3
cities. South Africa. South Africa's a country. I know it sounds weird, but South Africa.
Not a country. I mean 3 cities in South Africa. Johannesburg,
Pretoria, and I believe Cape Town is the other one. Cape Town, I believe, is one of it.
What is your gut, John? Johannesburg?
Whatever the largest one is. Let me see. I think the biggest
Johannesburg.
one. Yeah, I think it's Johannesburg.
Okay, so Martin.
Yeah, M-A-A. It's 2 A's. Right. Yeah, it's Martin.
2 A's. Yeah, Martin, but we don't have a last.
But
we don't have a last name, but but you don't have a last name. So
but
there's no way
but we know he's coming to America.
Yeah, well, what's that Eddie Murphy movie, Coming to America? What's the fuck?
Soul Glow?
I don't know. What's that movie with Eddie Murphy back in '92?
Yeah. Yeah, Soul Glow. But yeah, he's coming here. He's meeting with Markland.
Why
so
is he meeting with?
I don't know. He's probably planning his final operations.
Because I had a blowout with Jeremy Scott. I told him to fuck himself.
Oh, really?
Because he told him to go fuck himself. Yeah, because
He's
that way, don't have copyright. You ought to close the case. You ought to give it up and whatever. I said, go fuck yourself.
yeah.
Give up nothing. I'm not giving up nothing.
Wasn't he Inner Circle though? Wasn't he on the Inner Circle?
I don't know what he is. He claims he is. He's trying to get in there. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, everybody wants to be Inner Circle. It seems like. I mean, you can tell who wants to be Inner Circle by who posts.
Saunders? Okay, so Saunders keeps misbehaving.
What do you think Saunders is up to?
No. Well, I know what he's up to. He's probably the one that's sending these people to my house.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like his style though. It seems like a Marty move. Him and Marty.
He's gay.
Well,
He's gay.
Well, I guess
Go figure it out.
Well, he probably wants. I mean, but then why would he send him to your house though? Wouldn't he want more guys coming to his house?
Yeah, because it's just to poke at me. He's probably helping in with doing it. I don't know. It's speculation.
He's not Inner Circle. I don't think. I think they had.
Well, he's not Inner Circle because they still have their doubts about him. They still have their doubts because.
And maybe they don't want any gay guys in the Inner Circle because then it's really hard to make fun of you if making gay jokes if there's a gay person.
How they originate.
Oh yeah, they've got a whole structure. There's like the Black King, the White Queen.
No. Yeah. How Saunders originated in the whole thing. He was on my side.
Yeah.
I mean, at the beginning, Saunders was on my side, and then then all the other stuff came. All the other stuff happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, how do I know this conversation's not being recorded right now?
Because you're on a different phone, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no. I didn't turn the small phone on yet. I mean, I'm used, but it's blocked. But I mean,
well,
no, I mean, this phone is not hacked.
Well, you know what they're going to want to. George, if this that they're probably going to want to post this as soon as possible. So if this shows up in the next hour, then we'll know something. But if it takes a while, because they're going to be laughing, they're going to love to hear that I got fucking basically almost fired or going to be fired. So they're going to be laughing at this. They love taking people out. They're probably just so giddy right now once they find out that I'm basically going to be jobless.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. This is not something that I conjured. It's not something that I conjured up.
I just want to know who fucking leaked it. I just want to know who leaked it, George. I mean,
who leaked it? I don't know who.
I mean,
leaked it.
I've got my theory, but we can't touch that subject.
Saying that, and I keep telling you that's not the case, but whatever.
And George, I mean, is she still claiming she has a twin sister, or is that another?
I'm not kidding. Look.
Because her sister could be indicted too. Do you want her twin sister? I mean, what are they going to? I mean, that's all. What they'll do is they'll do a background check into her, and then they'll find out that she's lying. So then there'll be obstruction of justice charges. You want her getting obstruction of justice charges brought against her?
Listen. First of all, I am not guilty of a goddamn thing. Foremost.
But can you handle a charge though? Can you handle a legal defense
of a goddamn thing? Okay, we're on here talking. We're having a private conversation. Okay, we're having a private conversation. Isn't that correct?
It's private. I mean, I'm not. I don't have any. No one's in my room. It's just unless, Well,
I'm on the road driving, so there's nobody in my room.
Yeah.
So.
And they're gonna. I mean, and he's probably gonna. He has to report, and then the fucking liaison said he has to report the allegations of abuse to the fucking local police in your area.
I don't know what is there to report.
I mean,
no money transferred.
No, I'm not talking about that, George.
I didn't pay you.
George, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the I don't want to bring her name up, but the Jamie stuff. They have all that on record. They have all that. So he has to report that to the local police department.
First of all, let's pump the brakes. Let's pump the fucking brakes foremost. I said to you that Jamie had issues.
Yeah.
I
know
said
that.
to you in that conversation, I'll tell you what I said. I said that she would tell her friends this because she was not in her right mind when she was doing stuff. Never did I say, though, in that conversation that I raped her.
George, I know you didn't do it. I know you didn't do it.
I raped her.
George.
They just took the portion out of that conversation.
But they hear that, George. He hears that. He hears that word because of the whole Me Too movement. You know, the whole thing with all the women claiming he has to, by law, or he has to report that.
That is a private conversation. A private conversation because I'm not on stand. I've never been on stand. I'm not a celebrity like these people think I am. I am a private individual that is a entertainer, but I'm not a celebrity. Second of all,
it's anybody, George.
I did not do anything. I said that she said to her friends. That's what she said. Because when she realized, she said that to me that she is not in her right mind, she needed help. And she was ready to go to Kentucky to get help for 2 years. And then one of these facilitations.
George, I'm not. George, when I heard that, I yelled at the guy. I said, it's bullshit. But he goes, I have to report it to local law enforcement. That's what he told me.
Well, they can report it.
So
he's going to do that.
So if they have to open it, so they're going to start looking into it.
I was never convicted. Never convicted of such because it never happened. It was consensual.
I know it wasn't. You weren't convicted, George, but they're going to open up. They're going to start
consensual.
There might be. I just hope no one shows up interviewing her family or anybody asking about this.
Her family needs to be left alone.
That's
her family needs to be left alone, and their family's not involved in this. And if they are, I will sue somebody.
Well, I'm not saying now, but if a fucking cop shows up, if a cop gets that case from some sort of a abuse.
This is all a bunch of. This is what they're doing on that Facebook. I have not said a word. I have not come out to say a word. And I'm not going to say a word. And God damn it, if this phone call gets recorded, I'm going off on somebody. If this phone call gets recorded, because nobody knows about this but only you and I. So I will go off on somebody if this call gets recorded.
Yeah.
You and I are the only ones. Can't see why you would do that. Why would you do that?
George, I've said so much that you think the potential I mean, I'll go to. I mean, George. I mean, I'm probably gonna go to jail. I mean, my lawyer already dropped that to me. I mean, it's gonna. I'm gonna have a very tough. I'm gonna have a very.
I am not on stand. No. We were talking because you told me basically that you were willing to help. You were willing to help, and I am open for all the help that I can get because I am sick of this shit. You have been where I have been, so you know what I'm talking about. I am sick of this shit every fucking time. Every fucking time I turn. I want peace. I want fucking peace. I want to live my life.
I do too, George. But they're never going to end it. They know it works. That's the problem, and they're gonna take me down with them. I'm gonna be fucking.
Take anyone down because it's speculation.
George, they have George. They have digital proof that I entered their computers with my company's software. That's a violation of law, and because I spoke to.
They needed to be doing that themselves.
But they don't care.
Because of this shit.
They're more worried about computer intrusion, George. I mean, that's the fucking. It's shitty. It's ridiculous. But
they need to be doing that themselves. They should have been doing that when Vince went ahead and called his guy from the FBI, and they said that they told him that they reprimanded him for helping us out.
Wait, what's this?
Forget what I just said.
Who's Vince?
What I said.
Is that your guy from the show, George?
Forget it. Forget what I just said.
George, you got to work with me, man. I told you so much shit that you got to give me a little bit, man.
We were trying to get their numbers when they called the TV station a few years ago. And the guy got reprimanded for doing that.
The officer or your friend?
No, a friend of a friend.
Wow. I never knew that. That's scary.
Because they were calling the Comcast station dropping the N-word.
Was that Brennan? Was that Sean Brennan?
Yeah. But we were trying to nail him. How'd you know that?
Oh, I don't know that. I never knew. I mean, I saw the video of Brennan saying the N-word, so I just assumed it was him.
Look, man, this is not this is foremost to a point where, look, I don't it's a mind fuck. This is all a fucking mind fuck. This whole thing, pitting one person against the other, pitting that person against the other, tearing up families, tearing up friendships, doing this shit constantly, and there's no fucking remorse. There's no conscience. There's no fucking conscience. All it is to tear someone down, to tear someone down over because of a TV show that I've been doing for 24 years that I had some enjoyment out of. Okay? I had some fucking enjoyment out of doing this TV show. And all because of me retaliating against people stealing my work.
Yeah.
People retaliating because people stealing my work. That's because of this shit. That's just bullshit.
Well, hope you. I mean,
I don't know what to tell you, Chris. I don't know what to tell you. All I know is my blood pressure has gone up. I am stressed. I go to the gym, and I almost bust. The guy said, "Man, you almost tore that bag up." I said, I said, "I'll pay for it."
Were you punching the bag? Were you like punching bag?
Yeah, I'm in there just going to town on the fucking bag. I'm just kicking the shit out of it, punching the shit out of it, kicking and punching.
Did you just imagine it's Marty? Is that what you're doing? You're just thinking it's Marty McFly?
Yeah. And what I'm probably going to end up doing, I'm just going to probably get Kevin to bring the camera in the damn gym and film it.
Yeah.
Me going to town on the bag.
Scare him. Let them know you mean business.
They don't know, but see, the thing is, I want to come out with a video, but I'm told that I can't.
Do it, George. Fuck him.
No, I told I can't, but because it jeopardizes anything that I have going with me.
Who's the person telling you that?
With the police, it jeopardizes that. Any credibility that I have with the police.
You got to fight back sometimes. You got to fight fire with fire.
Look, that's give and handle. That's what they fucking want. It's an entertainment.
George. George. They're bragging, saying that I saw on their one post that they are bragging, saying that they control you and that they can take that you're no longer fighting back anymore. That's why. That's what they're saying. They're declaring victory.
Let them declare whatever they want to declare. Because I'm not responding to them doesn't mean that they win anything.
They said they finally have removed you from your influence from the internet.
Well, they can think all they want. I've been flagging shit down. I've been flagging stuff down. We've got some stuff going on. A movement. We've got some stuff in the works coming up here where we're going to talk about this cyber stalking.
Who you? And I'm going to have. You want me? Can I be involved?
It's going to be. I have stuff going on in the radio station, the brand new radio station that we're going to be on a campaign, and that's all I'm going to say.
Can I call into the radio show and do an interview? Like, can we talk about our fight?
Well, I don't know. Kristen's going to be hosting it, so you have to,
Well, if she's involved, then I'm going to be very leery. I mean, she may basically just tell everybody about. She might screw everything up like she always does.
Look. That woman has been attacked. She's been attacked. She has been trying to keep her sanity.
But her way of fighting back is to throw shit.
Kids. They're using all the tricks in the book to fuck with her.
Yeah, but she reacts in such a way, George. She is the definition. She literally does everything they want her to do. She is so controlled by them, it's not even funny. I mean, she pressured so much that she'll message Alfonso and mention my name over and over again.
I don't know why she did that. I told her not to do that.
Because
but
she wants, because she's not a fighter. She thinks she's a fighter, but she's not strong like we are, George. She's a leaker and a liar. She's a liar, George. She lies about having a twin sister to me, George. That's a lie. I can't be associated with liars.
She has a sister.
She used the word, George. I'm going to read the text dialogue that I got from her.
I can't. It doesn't have anything to do with me. She has a sister.
George,
I have heard
she goes, "Who is Kristen? Are you serious?" What did she say? You were actually you were never actually talked to Kristen on the phone. You talked to her sister. Hi, how are you doing?
Well, I had no idea. I don't know.
So then, George, okay, so I mean, since we're on the phone,
I was not there. I assumed that you all spoke on the phone.
I did talk to her. I talked to somebody pretending to be Kristen Ariel Connors. So I was set up, and you have to admit I was set up.
Set you up.
You didn't set me up, but she did. She did.
Well, why would the trolls know about it?
Because she rats to him, George. She goes, here's what she said, George, here's what she goes. Yeah, that's why you were blowing up my phone right now with text, because you have no life. Tell the truth, you're obsessed with my sister. You do not realize that we were two of us twin babies. You're talking about the twin born on January 1st, and I'm the one on January 2nd.
Look. And he did that. It doesn't. Okay, I don't.
George, that's crazy. That's crazy, right? It's crazy, right? You got to admit that, right? I know you really care about this girl, but it's crazy.
I know she has a sister, and I believe
but
it was
George,
twin.
I looked at her dad's Facebook. There's no pictures of a girl close to her age. Her sister's like half her age. She's a little
adopted.
Sister.
She was adopted, I believe. If I'm not mistaken.
All right. Well, I don't want to get into that. That's a little too personal. But.
Well, I don't. But that's it. But
she's lying to me, George. She set me up. 2 weeks ago, George. Look where we were 2 weeks ago, and look where we are now. Right? George, are you there? Hello? We're still. Oh, there he goes. He disconnected.